So by all means, either connect with a partner or masturbate so that way you can get this surge of feel-good hormones and chill out. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Dr. Holly, sex and relationship therapist, and today I'm diving into one of my favorite topics, and that is sex and its impact on your health. You probably already know that sex can be fun and pleasurable, but did you also know that it comes with some surprising health benefits? From boosting your immune system to improving heart health and even sharpening your memory. Sex does a lot more for your body and mind than you might think. So let's talk about the science behind sex and how you can make the most of these benefits. Starting with improved heart health. Data from the Massachusetts Male Aging Study suggests that men who have sex at least 2 times a week cut their risk of heart disease by 50%. Having sex boosts your heart rate while also keeping testosterone and estrogen levels in balance. When one of these hormones is low or when you're not exercising, your risk of developing heart disease increases. In fact, erectile dysfunction is also sometimes an early indicator of heart disease. If your penis is unable to get engorged enough with blood to have penetrative sex, your heart's lack of optimal functioning could be why. So, one thing to note is that having more sex could improve your heart. Number 2, reduce stress. During sexual activity, endorphins and feel-good hormones like dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin are released. Dopamine is associated with the reward center of our brain, while serotonin is thought to regulate anxiety, happiness, and mood. Oxytocin is associated with empathy, trust, and relationship building. These activate pleasure centers in the brain that create feelings of intimacy and relaxation and help to starve off anxiety and depression. Know that you don't have to climax in order to get these effects, but you'll get the biggest surge of these soothing hormones if you do have an orgasm. So by all means, either connect with a partner or masturbate so that way you can get this surge of feel-good hormones and chill out. Number 3, pain relief. Sex can actually have pain-relieving effects because orgasming releases dopamine, serotonin, and oxytocin, the body's feel-good hormones, and again, those neurotransmitters in the body. In fact, one classic study by famous sexologist Beverly Whipple found that vaginal stimulation can actually increase someone's pain tolerance threshold by over 40%. The endorphin and hormone release isn't going to heal an injury or other serious medical condition, but it can help to lower your pain sensitivity. This can also help if you're experiencing period cramps, so one of my favorite natural remedies for period cramps is to engage in sex or masturbation, so that way you can get some instant relief. Number 4, improved memory and cognitive functioning. The Archives of Sexual Behavior published a study conducted on heterosexual women aged 18 to 29 years old and revealed a link between sexual frequency and memory of abstract words. Remembering words largely depends on your hippocampus, and sexual activity promotes adult neurogenesis of the hippocampus, thus sharpening your memory. Another study links frequent sex with better memory performance in adults ages 50 and older, which can help circumvent a cognitive decline as you age. In one 2017 study published in the Journals of Gerontology, researchers had 73 people over the age of 50 complete a cognitive assessment and a questionnaire about how often they get it on, either by themselves or with a partner. And what did they find? Well, those that had sex more frequently scored higher on the memory and verbal fluency tests compared to those who didn't have sex as frequently. So, engaging in sex might not only improve your memory, but also help to prevent cognitive decline as we age. Another potential health benefit of sex is boosted immunity. Now, it's hard to believe with all the fear-mongering around STIs that engaging in sex can improve your immunity. However, people who engage in sex more frequently are shown to have higher levels of defenses against germs, bacteria, and viruses. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't be smart about your sexual activity and engage in safe sex practices, But know that it also serves as a way to build healthy immunity, to protect us against invaders and antigens entering the body. Sex may also help to lower your blood pressure. Relieving stress and tapping into your brain's pleasure centers are two main benefits of sex. These benefits also lead to lowered blood pressure. A study in Science Direct revealed that blood pressure reactivity to stress is better for people who recently had penetrative intercourse than for those who hadn't. The study also revealed that masturbation can help, but that penetrative intercourse was more effective. So if your doctor has mentioned that you need to work on lowering your blood pressure, you might want to consider if you could start having a little bit more sexual activity. One health factor specific to women or folks with vulvas is improved bladder control. Urination incontinence, or the body's inability to control when you have to pee, is a problem that impacts roughly 30% of women at some point during their lifetime. The severity ranges from having an occasional leak when you cough or sneeze, to having the urge to pee so suddenly and so badly that you're unable to make it to the bathroom in time. And as somebody who is currently pregnant and has given birth before, this is something I am certainly familiar with. When you are having sex, you are giving your pelvic floor muscles a workout, which reduces your chances for incontinence. Even better, if and when you orgasm, it causes contractions in these muscles, further strengthening them. So if you're having trouble with urinary incontinence, engaging those muscles through sex might help to prevent that in the future. Sex also helps to strengthen bonds. Sex facilitates pair bonding, which is a key factor in sustaining long-term romantic partnerships. One study in Physiological Science revealed that the sexual afterglow keeps partners remaining pair bonded between sexual acts. In other data collected from two similar studies of newlywed couples, spouses reported their daily sexual activity and sexual satisfaction for 14 days, as well as their overall satisfaction in their marriage for 4 to 6 months later. Their sexual satisfaction remained elevated for 48 hours after sex, revealing that basically regular intercourse keeps couples feeling closer. And though much of this video is about sex, it's important to note that other aspects of intimacy, such as long hugs or cuddling, also promotes pair bonding. So it's important to not just focus on sex, but focus on engaging in those other behaviors that keep us feeling close and intimate with our partners. Sexual activity may also help in reducing the risk of prostate cancer. If you have a prostate, i.e. if you have a penis, regular ejaculation may help reduce your risk of prostate cancer. Research on the topic found that compared to men who ejaculated 4 to 7 times per month across their lifetimes, men who ejaculated 21 or more times a month showed a reduction in 31% of their risk of prostate cancer. Now, 21 times a month for ejaculations breaks down to 3 times a week. And so with this information, I want to make sure that you're not using this to tell your partner that you need to have sex 3 times a week in order to reduce your risk of prostate cancer. That is, unless both of you are on board with that. But remember, it's about ejaculation, not necessarily sexual intercourse. So by all means, you can ejaculate on your own and reduce that risk. Lastly, sexual activity may count as a workout and even reduce food cravings. One 2013 study published in the Journal of PLOS found that during partnered sex, men burn 4.2 calories per minute and women burn 3.1 calories per minute. The rewarding brain chemical release during intercourse can also sometimes reduce food cravings. Now, it's important to note that these benefits are general observations and individual experiences may vary, especially depending on how vigorous your sexual activity is. And of course, before you decide to engage in a sexual marathon, it's important to prioritize safe sexual practices and communicate openly with sexual partners to ensure a healthy and pleasurable experience for all. And that is it, 10 surprising health benefits from sex and sexual activity. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you found this video helpful, please do like, comment, and subscribe, or share this video with someone whom you think might benefit. Also, if you have any questions or anything you'd like me to cover in a future video, please do comment below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and remember, you deserve a healthy, happy, and pleasurable life.